Happy Saturday. Our forecast for the afternoon to tonight will be hot and humid with very few rain chances, a combination of sunshine and clouds, more than anything leading to our temperatures reaching the 90s and feeling more like triple digits. All day today we'll have lots of sunshine and our UV index will be between 8 and 9, which means you could get a sunburn within 10 to 20 minutes. If you have any plans to be outdoors for an extended period, certainly if you're swimming, make sure you're lathering on the sunscreen and drinking plenty of water as well. Tonight will look very similar to last night, and the next few will stay warm and humid once more. Comfortable though, and a little bit normal for our New Orleans summertime, in the low 70s on the North Shore and the upper 70s on the South Shore. So you can expect those winds to stay southerly between about 5 and 10 miles an hour. Now we do have a weather impact alert issued as we get into the start of this coming work week. So you can expect another quiet forecast for Sunday before we become a little more active Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And that's because of the possibility of enhanced Gulf moisture leading to heavy rain and street flooding potential. Now we've been dealing with this similar forecast for the last couple of weeks, but not necessarily as a result of potential development in the tropics. So we've been keeping a close eye on one area of low pressure in the western Gulf that has low development potential altogether, just 20% chances for formation in the next 2 and 7 days, meaning this likely will not become organized or strong enough to be a named storm. But as the low pressure, which is actually in the mid and upper levels, not at the surface, as it continues to progress inland and a little bit further west, it will either fizzle out or it will get picked up by our next upper level feature, which is an upper level ridge that's going to shift over southeast Louisiana, bringing us a cool front, higher rain chances, and pushing that ridge of high pressure we've been under out of the way. So if this particular low system is ingrained or picked up by that upper level pattern, then we could be dealing with some even more enhanced rain chances that bring the possibility of localized flooding potential Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. So that being said, we'll watch it closely. I think more than likely this system will just fizzle out. But if it reemerges over the Gulf as we head into Sunday and early Monday, then we could be dealing with more of a flooding threat. So something to watch for as we get into the beginning and middle of the week. Here's your precision cast showing that we do have very few rain chances on Saturday. A combination of sunshine and cloud cover, a couple of quick passing downpours possible during the peak of the daytime heating time frame, and then we'll have a mostly quiet and dry evening and head into Sunday with another round of similar weather. So you'll notice the possibility of some showers as we get into the hottest part of the day around 3 o'clock, sticking with us into the early evening time frame. Once the sun's starting to go down, though, our rain chances will taper off. Maybe a little bit of a heightened chance on the North Shore, and that's going to be included in our higher flood risk for Monday compared to the South Shore. Then we'll get into Tuesday and Wednesday and do it again. So your flood risk for today is really non-existent. Tomorrow, it's concentrated across the central and northern portion of Louisiana if you may have any travel plans. And for Monday, we'll see that level 2 out of 4 risk across the central and northern portion of the state. And then we'll see a little transition further south for the marginal risk level 1 out of 4. That does include parts of our viewing area. Now, how much rain is this going to bring us? I don't think we'll see as much rain altogether over the course of a few days as we saw last weekend in just our Mississippi coastal areas like Bay St. Louis, picking up a foot. I think we'll see somewhere between about 1 inch and 3 inches in most South Shore locations, maybe 2 to 4. But on the North Shore, over towards the western portion of the state near Baton Rouge, I'd expect somewhere between 3 and 6 inches in most spots. So this should not be a huge problem for us. Nonetheless, we'll keep the weather impact alert issued for your Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. Rain chances somewhere between 60 and 80%, keeping our afternoon high temperatures much lower. In the 80s, it will feel steamy and muggy once those storms are moving through. So we'll continue with the bookends of high pressure on either side. We're starting to lose that influence of the upper level ridge this weekend. That's when we see the trough dig back in. Question is, does that low pressure that we're watching in the Gulf end up heightening our rain chances even more if it comes back into the Gulf? That being said, once we get into Thursday and Friday, we'll have another ridge take over, and that will keep us hot and dry into the start of next weekend.